Good afternoon, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. I'm Dhamma Bum, and I'll be your guide for today's guided meditation. And today we're going to look at personal experience, which is what the Buddha suggested to us all. This is Friday, March 20th, and in March, our theme is right intention, which is part of the wisdom stream, Panya, within the Eightfold Path. Fridays, we look at making amends, repairing relationships, restoring our practice. We'd encourage people to check out the description boxes for this. Oh, thanks very much, Glenn. Sound is okay. Please check out the description boxes for today's meditation and for previous episodes. In about 24 hours, we will have closed captions available, and that comes with a transcript. And the reason that we do guided meditation is in the hopes that participants will pick up enough pointers, get enough practice, develop an interest in developing an independent practice on your own bat in your own home or your garden as you like. As usual, meditation, the first part is samatha or serenity. We calm down, we get into the groove. And the second part is panya or wisdom. Some people say vipassana, but it always goes in that direction. First we get serene, then we wise up. Wisdom never arises from a mind in turmoil. And if this is useful, please subscribe, give us a like, a comment, share this with others, or consider giving us a super thanks. And with that, on my mark. Please find yourself in a quiet spot, spine straight, shoulders back. Lower your chin towards your chest. Let your hands rest in your lap, on your knees, or on your thighs. Close your eyes and your mouth and imagine a ball of white light, an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters beneath your nostrils. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Just smooth, natural breaths. Don't worry about how fast or slow, how deep or shallow you are breathing. Just smooth, natural breaths for you. When outside issues intrude, as they will do, gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as I breathe in through my nose. Watch it go down past my heart to my stomach and back out the same way. Empty your mind. Now on Fridays, we start with the Dhammapada, verses 3 through 5. He abused me, attacked me, defeated me, robbed me. For someone hostile like this, hatred does not end. He abused me, attacked me, defeated me, robbed me. For someone not hostile like this, hatred ends. For hatred never ends through hatred. By non-hate alone does it end. This is an ancient truth. So we are taught that our thoughts lead to our moods, our delusions, our obsessions. And we don't believe what we see, what's in front of our eyes. We don't believe it. We see what we believe. And we believe that which we experience personally. Try it, check it out. Monday was abiding calmly. Today is experiential learning. We meditate to help us calm our mind and tame our heart. We look at our thoughts, examine them, see them for what they are, and let them go. If we let go a little, we get a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. And if we let go completely, that is, if we accept life just the way it is, we find complete serenity. The human experience consists of 5 khandhas, or clinging aggregates, and they are our body, feelings, memories and perceptions, thoughts, and consciousness. And they are all impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We are taught they are like a lump of molten lead. We cannot touch it on the top or on the sides or the bottom. There's no place we can touch them without being burned badly. So we look at them, we see them for what they are, and we let it go. Let's remember that our monkey mind and our thoughts are looking for attachment. Instead, we cultivate non-attachment. And we do this mostly through meditation. But don't take our word for it. Investigate, try it for yourself, and see. Meditation is not a one and done. It takes patient, persistent practice of the principles. Now, as meditators, we have 3 duties. Our first duty is mindfulness. And in this group, we focus on the ball of light as it goes in through our nose, down past our heart to our stomach, and back out the same way. We also listen to the Dhamma talk, not to become attached, but to gain new insights. So we have singleness of purpose. Second, our second duty is collectedness, or you could say concentration. And that's when outside issues intrude, as they will do. We brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. And our third duty is contentment. And that's contentment now. It's not to be content next Thursday or the day after tomorrow or in the next room. It's to be content now. There are many words you could use: copacetic, calm, quietude. In fact, that's a good word. Mindfulness, collectedness, and contentment. We can look at it as quietude. And if we can experience quietude for a few seconds during today's meditation, then we can expand that once we finish as we go through this weekend. And we can stitch together these little quanta of quietude and Shazam. As if by magic, we look up and we go, wow, I haven't had a irritated, confused, angry thought for 2 hours. Holy cow, how did that happen? Well, how indeed. That's why we meditate. So as we consider our past week, we're looking back at our interactions with people. And some of our interactions will have been suboptimal. We might have done a better job. So we look at those interactions with cool eyes. And we've got 4 questions we can ask ourselves. 1, when I'm looking at my dysfunctional interactions, am I minimizing my part and exaggerating theirs? Perhaps I felt entitled to something that I didn't get. 2, was I setting myself up as a victim? I mean, I knew this situation might go sideways, but I went there anyway, and then I was surprised when it did exactly what I thought it might. 3, was I expecting people to be what they are not? Who did I think I was dealing with? And finally, was I expecting perfection in this life? So what we see is that our expectations really are resentments under construction. We set ourselves up for unhappiness, for suffering, when we expect people, places, institutions, events to go just the way we want them. It's highly unlikely. Now, as we move into the second part of our meditation practice, panya or wisdom, and remember, if you drift during this part, if you get attached to something, go back to following your breath calmly. As mentioned, March is all about right intention, and that's Dhammapada verses 11 and 12. Those who consider the inessential to be essential and see the essential as inessential don't reach the essential, living in the field of wrong intention. Those who know the essential to be essential and the inessential as inessential reach the essential, living in the field of right intention. So we need to be clear on what our intention is. The Buddha taught us it's not what we know, it's what we do. He didn't teach us to memorize suttas. And now it's story time. The Buddha stressed the importance of personal experience, and that's our topic today. And in his time, in the Buddha's time, there was one disciple who was very astute, and he's famous. As the Buddha was expounding the Dhamma, he turned to this monk and asked, Sariputta, do you believe this? And Venerable Sariputta replied, no, I don't. I don't believe it yet. The Buddha praised his answer. He said, that's very good, Sariputta. You are one who is endowed with wisdom. One who is wise doesn't readily believe. He listens with an open mind and then weighs up the truth of that matter before believing or disbelieving. And Ajahn Chah said that the Buddha had set a fine example for a teacher. Yeah, totally agree with that. But Sariputta also set a fine example for students. And I hope we're all students. I hope we all retain a child's heart when we approach the Dhamma. We are advised not to believe everything we hear from a teacher, and that includes this Dhamma talk. Instead, we encourage people to try it and see for yourselves. Does this work? Or it doesn't work? How does this apply to my life? Comes down to this. Maps are not the terrain. The Dhamma is not what we know, it's what we do. It is not about checking boxes, memorizing, or quoting chapter and verse. We might study South America in a big atlas at our mommy's house, but the fact that we do doesn't mean we know diddly squat about the Amazon basin. Until we walk around in it, we don't know anything at all, really. The suttas, the Bible, the Tao Te Ching, whatever we might turn to for guidance, these are maps. It's information, it's not experience. And we think about it, the pain, suffering, and wreckage of our past did not come from theories we read in a book. And books are also not going to release us from our delusions in the present. The only results we get in our life comes from actions we take. meditation is a good practice. That's an action. Or maybe aerobic inaction. The noble ones invite us to take the principles of their teaching and put them into practice in our lives. They ask us to experience it for ourselves. And that can be Lao Tzu or Confucius or the Buddha or Jesus, whatever you turn to for guidance. They ask us to experience it for ourselves. They can explain it to us, but they cannot understand it for us. We're the only ones that can grok it. Let's put it another way. If you were judging a baking contest, let's say, would you award prizes based on the recipe, or would you taste the cake? That's our point. But don't take our word for it. Taste the cake. See for yourself. I'll end on this. The Dhammapada 407. Whoever lets passion, aversion, conceit, and hypocrisy fall away like a mustard seed from the tip of an awl, I call a Brahmin. And a Brahmin is a monastic or a teacher or another kind of wise guy. And the point is, we can never kill the ego by feeding it. We must let go of those four things. Passion, those are obsessions. Aversion, hatreds. God, I hate those duck-billed schmoes. Keep them away from me, man. Conceit, me. That's the folly of me deciding that I am going to get rid of my ego. That's not the self. That's the ego talking. I'm getting rid of nothing. And hypocrisy. Do as I say, not as I do. I guess it's okay to talk a good talk, but you need to walk the walk. And so that's why we put this practice into place in our daily lives. So this weekend is, you look back on the previous week, if you find yourself restless, irritable, or discontent, take a breath, step into the next room, close the door, put your earphones in, sit down, and imagine a ball of light an inch or two below your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach, and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Thank you for coming. I don't know who 11Q is, but we're doing a guided meditation, and this is coming to you from Japan. And I don't know James, but shoot us a note, and if you want, we'll mention your name. If not, we won't. And Gleno, thank you as always for this coming and helping us with the sound. We'll be back on Monday, March 23rd at 8:45 a.m. Japan time. And just a reminder, clocks are changing, but they're not changing in Japan. This is the land of the rising sun. Nobody monkeys with the time here. So please check your local time to make sure that you get the right time. If you're already here, you know how to get here. If you're watching this afterwards, which most people do, Please check the daily Dhamma for today, March 20th. And there's a little 3-part procedure for getting into this. Thank you to the guy that did it. You know who you are. We won't embarrass you. And thank you very much for coming. Please shoot us a note or subscribe, give us a like, a comment, share this with others. Shoot us a super thanks. And thank you very much for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.